Imagine for a second that you're ordering a brand new smartphone online. You hit buy, and literally within seconds, the company knows exactly what you bought. It checks if that specific phone is in stock, reserves it so no one else can grab it, creates your invoice, updates the warehouse inventory, schedules the shipping, and even securely records the financial transaction. All of that happens before you've even had time to close the browser tab. I mean, that is an absolutely incredible amount of background processing happening in the blink of an eye.
Okay, let's dive into this. How exactly does all of that happen so incredibly fast? Is there just, one giant superpowered computer sitting in a basement doing absolutely everything? Or are there multiple, complex systems seamlessly working together?
Well, the answer to that question lies in SAP Architecture. Welcome to today's Explainer, where we're going to reveal exactly what happens behind the scenes of every single SAP transaction. By the end of our time together, you'll understand the foundational layers that make this massive enterprise software run so incredibly smoothly.
Here's our roadmap for today. 1. Why SAP Architecture? 2. The three-layer engine. 3. A real-world data journey. 4. Decoding SAP interfaces. 5. The SAP alphabet soup. And 6. Summary and next steps.
Section 1. Why SAP Architecture? So, to understand the solution, we first have to really understand the problem. Think about the sheer chaos of a global enterprise where literally thousands of employees are simultaneously working in the exact same system. In one single moment, you've got sales teams creating orders, managers approving requests, finance teams posting journal entries, warehouse staff updating inventory, the list goes on. If all these heavy actions happened in one single place, the system would completely freeze up, become impossible to manage, or just outright crash. That's exactly why SAP separates responsibilities into different structural layers. It's to guarantee speed, security, and scalability.
Section 2. The three-layer engine.
Most SAP systems follow this classic three-layer architecture. We've got the presentation layer, the application layer, and the database layer. I'm going to break down each one of these for you using some pretty relatable real-world analogies, just so you can picture exactly what each layer is responsible for.
First up is the presentation layer. This is simply where users actually interact with SAP. Its only job is to display information on a screen and send your clicks and keystrokes down to the next layer. Think of it kind of like the dashboard of your car. The dashboard lets you control the vehicle, see your speed, but the dashboard itself isn't actually powering the car, right? Or, if SAP were a restaurant, the presentation layer is the friendly waiter who takes your order at the table. They take the request, but they definitely don't cook the food.
Next, we drop down to the application layer. This is the absolute brain of SAP. When a user clicks Create Sales Order, the application layer springs right into action. It does the heavy lifting, deciding things like, is this customer valid? Is the product actually available? What taxes apply here? Which warehouse should fulfill the order? Returning to our analogies, if the presentation layer is the car's dashboard, the application layer is the engine. In our restaurant, this is the busy kitchen staff actively preparing your meal, processing the order according to all the specific recipes and rules.
Finally, we reach the database layer. This is the secure foundation that stores and retrieves all the business data: customers, products, invoices, financial records, the whole shebang. It's really vital to note here that the database does not decide the business rules. It just efficiently holds the information. Think of it like a bank vault holding your account balance. The vault doesn't decide if you can afford a withdrawal. It just safely stores the money. In our restaurant analogy, the database is the pantry and the walk-in fridge. It securely holds all the ingredients until the kitchen, the application layer, needs to pull them out.
Let's move to and see how this builds. Section 3. A real-world data journey.
Let's actually follow a customer buying a laptop. Step 1. The salesperson enters the order on their screen, so the presentation layer sends the request. Step 2. The application layer immediately checks that the customer has credit, if the laptop is actually in the warehouse, and calculates the tax. Step 3. Once validated, SAP saves the transaction in the database layer. Instantly, inventory drops by 1, finance gets an accounting entry, and logistics gets a packing slip. Boom! One single action cascaded into multiple connected processes across the entire business, all in a matter of milliseconds.
Section 4. Decoding SAP interfaces.
Let's address a really common point of confusion for beginners. How do users actually log in and look at the system? You're often going to hear two terms, SAP GUI and SAP Fiori. SAP GUI is the traditional desktop-based interface, while SAP Fiori is the modern web-based experience that you can use on a tablet or a smartphone. But here's the thing,
These are not separate SAP systems. They're simply different windows looking into the exact same house. Whether you use GUI or Fiori, you're really just using different presentation layers to access the exact same application and database layers.
Section 5. The SAP Alphabet Soup.
If you've researched SAP, you know their naming conventions can be a bit intimidating. So let's untangle it, starting with SAP HANA. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is understanding what HANA is not. A lot of people think HANA is the entire SAP system. It isn't. SAP HANA is strictly an advanced, high-performance in-memory database. By keeping active data in memory rather than on slower disk storage, it processes transactions and analytics at absolute lightning speed. It's the high-performance engine powering the database layer.
Then we have SAP S/4HANA. Notice that S/4 added to the front there. This is SAP's next-generation ERP suite. S/4HANA is the actual business application, the brain, built specifically to run on top of that lightning-fast HANA database. It gives businesses faster processing, real-time analytics, and a much better user experience through Fiori.
And finally, SAP BTP, or Business Technology Platform. Modern companies don't just use one piece of software, right? They use cloud services, AI, third-party apps. Well, BTP is the platform that connects SAP to the outside world. It allows developers to build custom applications and extensions without messing up or changing the core ERP system, keeping everything nice, clean, and easy to maintain.
All right, it's time to bust some beginner myths. Mistake number 1. SAP is just a database. Reality, as we've seen, it's a full business system with 3 distinct layers. Mistake number 2, GUI and Fiori are separate products. Reality, they're just different visual interfaces for the same back-end system. Mistake number 3, HANA replaces SAP entirely. Reality, HANA is simply the powerful database layer, while S/4HANA is the ERP application running on top of it. Getting these concepts straight right now will make advanced SAP topics so much easier for you down the road.
Section 6. Summary and Next Steps.
So the crucial point is this. SAP relies on a brilliant 3-layer architecture. The presentation layer handles user interaction. The application layer crunches the business logic and rules, and the database layer securely stores the data. By separating these tasks, SAP ensures high performance, tight security, and massive scalability. It's what allows global organizations to run incredibly complex operations without missing a single beat.
Now that you understand the internal architecture of SAP, I want to leave you with this final thought. What exactly makes SAP S/4HANA so revolutionary? And why are major companies around the entire world spending millions to replace their older systems with it? Well, in our next explainer, we're going to dive deep into S/4HANA, its key innovations, and why understanding it is absolutely vital for a modern career in enterprise technology. You definitely won't want to miss it. Keep learning, and I'll see you in the next